Eagles fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat, Shell, and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them. Drop the facts on them. It's Hurricane, baby. Let's get it on.
Hey fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to another edition of Eagles Talk. Yes, we are still on the air, which we will be anyway, but our Philadelphia Eagles, although we lost our last game, we are preparing for the playoffs. Playoffs? Yeah, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it at the beginning of this year that we would be in the playoffs? We're in the super wild card weekend, and I need to get some things straight right now. We need to get some things straight right now. We're in the playoffs. That means our team is going to come out there and we're going to try to win this game. And we never know what's going to happen. I don't want to hear the best team crap. That best team crap. The best team doesn't win all the time. Don't get it twisted. You think the New York Giants was seen as the best team when they knocked off the mighty New England Patriots that year? Going into those playoffs, did anybody consider them the best team? No. And they did it. And nobody's considering our team the best team. But that doesn't mean that we can't do it. So I've been listening to Sports Talk this week. We need to nip this in the bud. I don't know what those hosts are talking about, but this host on this fan-based show is not going to lead any type of doubt going into this game. I know it's a big mountain to climb. I do know that. But I believe in my team. And I believe if they come out there and they give it their all, that we can win this game. That's what I believe. Do I expect it? Maybe I don't expect it, but I expect them to come out and play hard. And if they win, guess what? I won't be surprised. It won't be a shock to me. I won't be surprised. So that's where we need to be right now going into this weekend. So I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. You're watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And there we like to talk about our favorite football team, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. We don't really have any type of, we do have something to celebrate. We do. We celebrating our team being in the playoffs and having an opportunity to go on. No, the teams that didn't make the playoffs have no shot at winning the Super Bowl. None. Not at all. And until we're eliminated, we have an opportunity. So here we go. Everybody, let me know what you're drinking out there. I am drinking the Don Julio 1942. Pat is drinking what are you drinking, Pat?
The John Jameson.
The John Jameson. He's drinking the John Jameson. You guys let me know what you're drinking out there. So here we go. Let's get this ball started. This party started. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the
All right, man. This is playoff. We need to be in playoff mode. We don't need to be I listened to WIP the other day, and they was actually having, I think it was yesterday, actually having a Tom Brady appreciation day. That's what it sounds like. I'm listening to this show, and the whole show they're talking about Tom Brady, and that sound like a Tom Brady appreciation show in our weekend of playoff, and the Eagles Bird Gang's weekend of playoffs, and our rookie head coach first year, and we have a talk show talking about Tom Brady. And they seem to be throwing flowers and bouquets this way. Well, F Tom Brady. I'm trying to take him out. I still remember vividly when we took him down in the Super Bowl. I still hate him, and I'm looking for this team to do the exact same thing this year. What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, listen, I don't understand these Philly sports talk hosts. I don't understand them. Why in the hell are we giving praise to one Thomas Brady, whatever you want to call his damn name? Why the hell are we giving any praise to this guy? Why? First of all, he cheated us out of a championship.
Yes, he did.
Do we forget that? We only think about 2017, right? We don't think about 2004 when we had one of the best Philadelphia Eagles team assembled, right?
Talk about it.
And we're giving this guy praise? You out your rabbit ass mind. You out your rabbit ass mind to give an opponent I don't care how goated he may be. He's an opponent. He doesn't wear midnight green.
No, he doesn't. And he doesn't deserve our praise, not when we whipped his ass in the Super Bowl and he didn't have enough respect to even shake our quarterback's hand. I'll never, nah. You don't get a pass. What you're going to get is a foot up your butt this Sunday, if I can help it. All right, here we go. Let's go to some comments out there. First person in the room is John Batiste. He says, South Carolina, Bird Gang, checking in. What's up? Kakalaka, South Kakalaka. What's up? Second person, Sean Pinckney is out there. He says, Wild Card Weekend. Let's go Birds. That's right. Tony Burns says, playoff. Who would have thunk it? Hey, yeah, you're right. Who would have thunk it? Jeremiah says, Wild Card upset. Let's get this win. That's what I'm talking about. Richard Boo on YouTube. That leads me to my action item. If you not subscribed to our YouTube channel, guys, and you guys are faithful here, a lot of you guys watch us from Facebook, but do us a favor and just go over to the YouTube page and subscribe to our channel, man, so we can get those subscriptions up. Appreciate you guys always for tuning in. Here we go. John Batiste says, putting on the dog mask while mean mugging. That's right. Lois is in the house. Hey, Lois, we beat Tampa before. We can do it again. Right.
Damn right.
You're right. Jim says, put your best men in and rotate the lines. That's right. Matt, my buddy, the trainer over at Victory Barbell, man. If you are down in the Delaware area, anywhere near the Smyrna area, you're looking for a personal trainer, you need to find Matt Mogul, because Matt is the man. He will get you right. He will get you right. And don't be scared, because he'll work at your pace. He won't, he's not going to kill you or anything like that. So don't be scared. But get in touch with him. He's on Facebook. Raymond is in there. He said, what's up, fam? Time to bust those bucks. Yeah, time to bust those bucks. JT is out there. Look, they put their pants on the same way we put on our pants. Mm-hmm. They're men just like we're men. They could be beat. And we're going to come out there and we're going to do our damnedest to beat them. And like I said, if it happens, one person is not going to be surprised, and that's me. Because I'm not looking at like I said, it's a high hill, high mountain to climb, but I'm not looking at how high that mountain is to climb. I'm looking at the tools we have to climb it. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the tools that we have to climb that mountain, not how high it is and it's almost impossible to get out. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the tools we have that's going to help us to get over that mountain. And we have some tools. We have a hell of a running game. Mm-hmm. Do we not? Do we got the number one running game in the season?
We have the best running game in the NFL. Now it's the running back is over 1,000 yards, but we got the best running game in the NFL.
I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions here. All right. So, what's the best way? What kind of offense is the best offense to travel on the road and beat opposing teams? A passing offense or a running offense?
Of course, a running offense.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And then, what is the most ideal to beat Tom Brady? Is it by allowing him multiple opportunities to come out there and carve up your D, or is it a more time of possession, control the clock type of offense that's going to help?
The longer you keep the ball away from that guy, the better you are.
Okay, and we do have the number one rushing defense, right?
We're up there.
Okay, all right.
It might have went down because of that little fluke game last week, but it is what it is.
All right. Okay. So, in doing that, so those two things go in our favor, right?
Yes.
We got those two things. So if we can keep this guy off the field, and monopolize the clock, we're halfway there, right? We're halfway there. All right. So now we have we got Huntley, right? Huntley's been called up.
Yes,
he's going to be the returner, right?
It's about time we got somebody that's
what I'm about to say. We got somebody explosive finally.
17 weeks
in the return game, and they're going to use him, yo. They're going to use him. So we're going to have a dynamic returner back there instead of Rager. Rager shouldn't even be activated, but I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay positive. All right, so we're going to have a dynamic return game out there. We have a Pro Bowl secondary member out there, and his name happens to be Big Play Slay, who has 3 touchdowns this year. Mm-hmm. 3 touchdowns alone by himself. He's going to be a factor out there. One of the top-rated cornerbacks in the league we have on our side, and they are banged up in the receiving department. Am I not?
Yeah, they're
Am I
missing.
correct?
They're missing their top target, which is Chris Godwin, leads the team with about 1,100 receiving yards. Chris Evans is still. I mean, he's still there, so he's going to give us fits. But they are missing Antonio Bryant. Antonio Brown, who is a dynamic. Actually, I think he scored 3 touchdowns against us when we played them back in the 3rd week of the season. So they are decimated by injuries, and this is an opportunity for us that we thus wanted. To go against a team that don't have their top receivers. They have one receiver. I know they're going to talk about the Scotty kid that they have. He's a speed guy, but I like our chances.
I do too. Like I said, we have a Pro Bowl. We have one of the top slot defenders also with Maddox, and Steve Nelson has not done a bad job. I wouldn't mind bringing him back next year. He's not done a bad job unless these young guys really show some improvement and are ready to play next year. I think we can't go wrong with bringing Steve Nelson back. He's been solid also. And then on top of that, with that, people are afraid of the Tampa Bay's defensive line, and rightfully so. In the first part of the season, they played somewhat like they did last year, but look at the statistics. The last 8 weeks in this season here, that defensive line has been giving up the highest yards per carry in the league. That's where that defensive line is right now, and they'll be going up against our number 1 rated rushing offense. So Nick Sirianni, if we stay true to our identity as a smash mouth running football team, we should fare just well against that type of situation. Don't get too cute. Don't get scared. Keep true to our identity and let any of the cutesy passing plays that you want to run come off of that run game, establishing that run game.
Definitely. Your catalyst for victory is the running game. I don't know if Ike Reese said it or John Ritchie said it. If you run over ratio, no, Donovan McNabb said it. He said if you have a 41-25 ratio, it's a strong chance that you win this game because that means you're running the ball to run the clock out.
Right, exactly. So and then we need that. That's everything hangs on that, and so much so that I'm not even excluding the passing game. I'm just saying that let's not get cute, right? Like everything, our passing game is going to come off of the success of our running game, and not only the success, but the commitment to the run, because every run is not going to be for 5-8 yards. So you got to be committed even when we get 2 or 3 yards sometimes. Don't abandon the run. Don't abandon the run. So, as long as I believe, as long as he don't get too cute and he stays true to our offensive identity now, which is running the ball, I think we have an excellent chance to upset the champions. I don't, like I said, these guys put their pants on the same way we do, and I don't want to hear that best team crap, because nobody's the best team until the last team is standing.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're playing a wild card game. Let's be honest. The Bucks are playing a wild card game. The rest of these teams, there's only one team that's not playing in the wild card. All right. So all these teams that don't have a bye week, they are not the best team headed into this playoff. I don't care what position you are. It could be number 2, number 3 to number 7. You're playing on wild card weekend. It used to be back in the day when you had 2 teams that had a bye week on a wild card weekend. You considered them the best teams in the league in that conference. You don't have that this year. Everybody's fighting and clawing.
All right, that's the end of the quarter, man. You guys are watching Eagles Talk, the number 1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. See, I don't have that problem with sounding too like I don't lose any credibility because I'm not a broadcast journalist. I'm just a fan. So I don't lose any credibility when I go fanboy, so to speak. When I speak in the terms that I'm speaking, in the manner that I'm speaking, maybe the journalists and the hosts on the radio, maybe they they lose credibility if they show some belief in the team and sound too unrealistic, so to speak. I don't have that problem. I'm a fan. I can sound unrealistic. If if you think I'm sounding unrealistic, I can do that. I don't lose any credibility because I bleed green, and I bleed green first. And I acknowledge I'm being realistic. I'm acknowledging that this is a big mountain to climb. I'm acknowledging that. I'm acknowledging it's not going to be a walk in the park to knock these guys off. But I'm also acknowledging that our team does have what it takes to do this. The first time they saw us, it was 28-22. I mean, he did complete those. That was back when our defense was giving up 80% completion ratio to the quarterback. But we've tightened that up since then. We've gained an offensive identity since then. And let's see what they do with us now. This is not the same team where the rookie coach was trying to figure out what offense, what his personnel, and what type of offense is going to best suit this unit that he has. He knows what offense suits this unit now. Mm-hmm. So let's see what they can do now that we have discovered what our offense identity is, and our defense has shored up and played much better in the second half. Let's see what happens now.
Yeah, we just got to shore up the small stuff. Come out there with all the intensity and energy that we need to come out there with, and just play smart football. Just play smart football, and we can definitely have an opportunity in this game. We can't let the Tom Brady sit back there and pat the ball and throw these short hot routes all game and pick us apart in the short game. We have to make him speed up his clock. I know it's not smart to blitz a quarterback that has seen everything thrown at him, but you have to change it up once in a while. You have to make it hot in the kitchen at least out of 10 plays. You got to make it hot in the kitchen at least 3 or 4 plays against him. You got to give him a different look. Jim Johnson to be successful against Tom Brady and the other quarterbacks, they used to change their defensive philosophy every quarter. It was a different defensive philosophy each quarter to make sure that the person that was the knowledgeable quarterback that they were going against didn't have a beat on what they were doing. Jonathan Gannon, if you're going to be successful in this game, you have to be innovative.
All right, and with that, we've ended this first quarter, and we are going to start the second quarter.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, as I said before, you're watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. Here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. People are letting me know what they're drinking out there. I have told you in the first quarter, I'm drinking the Don Julio 1942. Pat is doing the Jameson.
John Jameson.
Oh, John Jameson. And you guys let me know what you're doing out there. Let's get ready. I know this is a few days early for pre-gaming, but we're pre-gaming already on Thursday. Yes, we got to get ready, man. So here we go. Down the hatch for our Philadelphia Eagles. 3, 2, 1. All right, let me open up the second quarter by going to some comments out there. People are in the room and they're getting along. Let me see. Let me back it up. Wait a minute. Why is this not rolling? All right. Okay. John Batiste is drinking that South Carolina Country Wellwater. Okay. All right. All right. Lois says she's drinking a Jose Cuervo. Okay.
Margaritas.
All right. Sean says Brady will always be a baby back bitch. JT says foot straight up in their ass. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Mike Daly says I'm going to be hanging out there. Philly sports guy, go Eagles. That's what's up.
Yes, sir. Hey, JT, what that blue label at, JT?
Oh, was it what?
That blue label at, JT.
Oh, he got to drink a shot or something?
We got to get some blue label.
All right, okay, all right. Jorge says we have to run it down their throats, and also Cox and our defensive line is going to get to crybaby Brady, and that is going to crack him down because you know that if you get to Brady and knock him down, he will F up. Yeah, he will, man. He will. He has multiple playoff games where he has thrown multiple interception games in the playoffs. So I mean, I know you guys. He goes down as the GOAT, but the GOAT is he's vulnerable. He can be he's not unbeatable and he's not bulletproof. So come on.
You know what?
Matt says
Hold on. I gotta apologize to JT. That was Christopher Burton. That was
that made the
Christopher
bet.
Burton. Yes, I have to contact Christopher Burton and put him on here because he said if the Eagles make the postseason, he will come on Eagles Talk and take
Oh yeah.
shots at Johnny Walker Blue.
All right, yeah. So we'll reach out to Chris Burton, and on Sunday, he's going to have to pay up on his bet. Sean Pinckney says, first time we played them this year, we lost, but we didn't run the ball until the second half. Sanders had a total of 9 carries that game. We are a different team now, way different now. Dominic says, ski mask up. Robin season has returned. Bury the Bucks. That's what I'm talking about. Bill Crow, I saw you say earlier that you are battling with the COVID. I hope that you feel better and you get better. But he says, I agree, they need to get their hands up all day. Jorge says, I have a good feeling about this game, and we are going to beat the Bucks. Let's go Birds. That's what I'm talking about. We need to, as fans, what are we talking about? I mean, I'm hearing these people on sports talk, and they don't sound very confident. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll be the first to admit I'm not saying that it's going to be a walk in the park, but you can't tell me that you're not hyped about seeing your team being in the playoffs and thinking about the ways that we can beat them. Not thinking about how high the mountain is, but thinking about how we're going to climb this mountain and the tools we have to do that. And we do. It's not like we don't have any tools to climb this mountain. It's one thing to walk up to the Mount Everest and you got a 24-foot ladder. Now we're talking about impossible. You're not getting up there. But we got some tools. We got more than a 24-foot ladder here. Come on, guys. Glenn D. Lee says, y'all really think Gannon going to beat Brady? That's my biggest question.
I'm
not afraid to admit that. That's my biggest question mark, is whether Gannon is going to devise a scheme that can beat Tom Brady. And if he is watching, which I know he is, that's where he gets his advice from. But if you're watching John G., you gotta switch up looks lots of time. I mean, like, you got to keep giving him different looks. Yes. Like Pat just explained, our old defensive coordinator, Jim Johnson, used to give him a different scheme every quarter. You've got to switch it up a lot. You can't let him get comfortable with what he's seeing, because he's seen everything. He's seen everything. He's the GOAT for a reason. He's seen everything. So you've got to switch it up a lot. You got to keep confusing him. And that's what Spags have done. Listening to the great Ray Didinger talk about it the other day, one of the ways that the Giants beat them that year was Spags, our old defensive assistant. Spags was the defensive coordinator for that Giants team, and he gave them so many different looks, it was ridiculous.
You got to.
And that's what you got to do to a quarterback with his experience and his stature. You've got to give him multiple different looks, disguise things. He talked about Diddy talked about the fact that he looked at some film and he saw that some of the positive that Gannon has been doing is blitzing maybe a linebacker or up the A gap and allowing Hargrave to go one-on-one. When you bring that blitz and the double team the guard that would normally double team Hargrave has to go and pick up the blitzer, that gives Hargrave a one-on-one. Those are the type of situations we got to put our defensive linemen in if we want to take advantage of what they do best. We gotta get the pressure off of them. We got to get the double team off them, scheme or develop schemes and plays that's going to free up our most aggressive defensive linemen, Hargrave and Cox. We got to do that.
So the thing about it is the weather may play in our favor. So the weather may force them to actually be a running offense, more of a passing, less of a passing offense, and more of a running offense. And the weather always favors the the away team, especially a team that runs the ball. You asked me this question: what travels best? A running game travels best, especially when it's going to be 70% raining down there in Tampa Bay. I've been drinking, man. Listen, it is
All
what
right.
it is.
Oh yeah. So Monica asks us that question. Hey fellas, do y'all think we will be good as far as the rain and wind coming on Sunday
be fine.
in Tampa?
We'll be
Are
fine.
we going to be fine? Let me ask you another question, Pat. Since I'm
Sure.
asking questions,
Sure.
what type of offense is not affected by the rain and wind? What
A
a
down and
running
dirty
offense
running
or
offense.
okay, a running offense is better against that type of weather. So actually, if that weather comes about, I feel even better about that because Tom Brady can't be that effective passing the ball in a
well-
rainy game, windy game. But our
Well,
offense, not
I got-
only does it travel well, it travels well in multiple types of weather conditions. And that's
I gotta
why I
stop
got
you right there. I do have to stop you right there. I don't give praise to Tom Brady. I never really do, but he has performed pretty okay in rain, snowy type games. All right, not just Florida type of weather that we're about to get, but in New England he has played well in a rainy type environment. But down there in Florida, it's a different type of rain. It's a different type of wind. So this definitely will affect them. But we cannot depend on the rain or the weather to be a super factor in this game. We still have to go out there and play our game. Be bullies down there.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm just saying that if it happens to rain, we can still play our game. Like it shouldn't affect what we like to do best. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a pass heavy team and the wind conditions and the rain conditions are such that it will affect your passing game, you might have to go back to the drawing board and do some things different. With our offense, we don't really have to change much if it's raining or it's a little windy. We're still going to that doesn't affect the running game. Our run game is still going to be effective. Yender is out there. He says that first time we played them, we literally ran the ball with a running back once in the first half. Shit's different now. I agree with him. Shit's different now. It's not. Yesterday's prices are not. Yesterday's prices are not today's prices. Yesterday's team is not today's team. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. All right, Nichelle is in there. She says, "Hey, miss y'all having Cheddar Bay biscuits and Tito's lemonade. You having that at home? You made Cheddar Bay biscuits at home, or did you guys go out to eat? Oh, I don't know. All right, let me know. She made Cheddar Bay biscuits. All right.
Man, I'm hungry.
She says we still bitter from the year the Bucks kept us from the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship game. It's payback time. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what this thing brings about the second time around. We saw what the results was the first time, but now that like I said, we're an improved team over that team that they saw earlier in the season, and hopefully it's enough to get us this win.
The thing about it is, I remember that game vividly. I remember that game because their linebacker and defensive end was on key. It was on point when it comes to playing the read option RPO type of play. The defensive end crashes down and hits the running back, and the linebacker swirls around and hits the quarterback. Listen, I'm telling you right now, Nick, whatever you have in your bag, go in it and bring it out because we need it.
We're going to need all of it. So that's the end of the second quarter, Pat. Let's end this second quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
So that's the end of the second quarter. That's the end of the first half of Eagles Talk upon further review. And notice that we haven't reviewed anything about them Dallas Cowboys. That game was a disgrace. We're not even counting it. I know that they celebrated as if it was their Super Bowl because, in essence, think about it. It probably was their Super Bowl. Come on. They've won 4 playoff games in the last 25 years. 4 playoff games in the last 25 years. That's like a playoff win every 5 years or so. So, that basically was their Super Bowl last week. So I see why they're so excited and such. And then for real, they may even get bounced this weekend.
Listen, I didn't even look at the game. I'll be honest with you. I didn't see, after the second quarter, I had to go work. I didn't even like after we had that short punt, I didn't watch the rest of the game. I did not watch the rest of the game. I didn't go back and review the game. I don't even know the stats from the past game. I know that all the people that are talking about Gardner Minshew is should be our quarterback. I wonder what they talking about right now about Gardner.
Oh no. That we can't even talk about that. That will
So
kill
that
the
game
vibe
is very
right now.
annoying because of these Cowgirls fans pumping their chests out. We put a half 100 on our practice squad players.
Yeah, practice squad. The
JJ
practice
Arthega
squad.
Whiteside to have a finger like this. Oh, it's hurt. Look at it. Look at it. Hurt. Man, are you serious, dude? Like,
No.
are your guys serious? Are you for real? That's like the varsity putting up 60 points against a little league team and say, oh, we did something.
Right, exactly. I'm not no kudos there, no respect for them. Like I said, they celebrated as if it was
and
their
they
Super
say-
Bowl, and it probably was. It was a big win for them because they know that they're probably not getting a playoff win this year either. One and done. They're going to be out of the playoffs this week. And watch, mark my words on this one. Who they play? Arizona?
No, they played the San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco. That's
49ers.
right. The 49ers.
Yes.
All right, so watch this, Cal Terry fans. We'll see. But anyway, this is we're going into the third quarter of Eagles Talk. You're watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage while we do so. So this week I am doing the Don Julio 1942. This is my last shot too. I'm not. Look at this. You can tell it's my last shot. I'm trying to pour the darn joint with the top on it. All right, I got it. So you got to. It's very imperative that you take the top off the bottle if you want to pour. Your liquor.
Hold up,
Okay.
Rich. You should never ever bet on that game. I'm sorry. I saw some people say they lost a lot of money on the Dallas Eagles game last week. You should never bet on that game when you find out that most of the starters was on the COVID list. They brought up 25 players just to play the game. They brought
Yeah,
up
we could-
25 players.
That's half of the roster. All right, so here, let's get this out the way. All right, everybody, let me know what you're drinking out there. To our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
All right, so let me go to some comments here. Nichelle says, lay paws on Brady and make him uncomfortable in the pocket. We really do need to do that. I don't think he hit the ground one time in our first meeting in the this year. So I think that's the key to his longevity and him being able to play so long is he doesn't get touched a lot. And so we need to get him, we need to touch him. I mean, that will be the ultimate goal is to lay paws on him and get him on the ground a couple times to let him feel that. He is 44 years old. He's going to feel it if we do that. But anything short of that, at the very least, we need to get pressure, in his face at the very least. So I hope Jonathan Gannon, and I admit that that's the biggest question mark I have going into this game. I think that if he calls the right games, we do have the tools to defeat Tom Brady, but he has to call the right game. He cannot be scared of Mr. Brady. I mean, what more can he do? He what? He passed for damn near 80% completion percentage last time. We have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Just throw the house at him, and let's see what happens. Trust your secondary on man-to-man coverage because you got one of the best press coverage corners out there in Darius Slay. Let these guys get up, play some man-to-man, and bring the pressure. Bring the pressure. You got to get him off him. He cannot be back there with all the time in the world.
Patting
He just
the ball,
can't.
looking over.
He can't
Listen,
be patting the ball.
They got replacement linemen. We need to take full advantage of that. I know Josh Sweat
Thanks.
is Sweat. Go ahead, do your little family
All right.
thing.
Thanks, babe. All right. Oh, and then while I'm on it, I might as well give a shout out to the beautiful ladies
Yes.
of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated as they celebrate their Founders Day today. Happy Founders Day to the beautiful ladies of Delta
Shout out to
Sigma
my sister-in-law.
Theta, my wife being one of them.
My
Thank you.
sister-in-law and her sister and your wife. Shout out to
Yeah,
you.
our cousins.
Yes,
Yeah, we
yes.
got a lot of people. All right, Monica's in there. Say I agree. Go Birds. Let's get to some more current. Lyle Smith is in the house. Ooh, what's up? What's up, Noop? Quavo's in the house. He said, "Can Tom stop our run game?" F no. Tom can't stop our run game. So that's our run game is not only our offense, but it's going to be a big part of our defense. If we are successful at doing what I hope that we can do, our offense is going to be like a two-way player in this game. They're going to be playing offense and they're going to be playing defense too, because as the longer they're on the field, the longer Tom Brady is sitting on the side. So, and that's no better defense than to just keep this guy. You're guaranteed to shut Tom Brady down as long as he's sitting on the bench.
That is right.
You
That is right.
got 100% chance of shutting him down as long as he's sitting on the bench.
I think the first game they had 3 drives that totaled over 12 or 15 minutes combined, right? You get 15 minutes a half. So they basically controlled the ball in the first half for 1 full quarter against us. I think we touched the ball at least twice or 3 times. Like that cannot happen this game. This game has to be a game where we dominate by using our run game. We can't be too much blitz happy. But we can't sit back in that little soft ass zone that Gannon has been playing over the weeks. We have to be more of aggressive zone, more of a different type scheme zone if we're gonna play zone against this guy, because he loves to throw the underneath pass. He loves to hit the guy out the backfield, the wide receiver running the short scroll or the comeback route. So the zones will be perfect for those, but we got to make sure it's an aggressive zone, not no soft ass zone where you let the guy catch the ball 8 yards, then try to make the tackle.
No, stop it, Pat. I'm gonna stop you right there. Now, don't use that word, because he doesn't know how to play an aggressive zone. So don't use that word zone, because any zone he plays is going to be a soft zone.
All right. So when I say aggressive zone, I'm talking about disguising what you're throwing out there. All right. I mean, if you're gonna play a cover 2, it should not look like a cover 2 from the get-go, because Tom Brady will identify the right spots to throw the ball and get the ball there any given time. If you're gonna play a cover 2, you show a man. You show, like, if they show motion, you motion your safety, you low motion your corner, and you switch it. You basically switch it, so you don't show the same look. You even bring the linebackers into the A gaps, the A or B gaps, and show them like they're going to blitz. You have to be innovative this week. Gannon, listen, you want to be you want to be a head coach. This is your tryout right now. We would love for you to be a head coach.
Who, Gannon? No, yeah, we want him to be a head coach. I am rooting for him to get a head coaching job. You know what I'm saying? There's some good possible defensive coordinator candidates out there that have been let go as head coaches out there. I would love to snag one of them, but
Brian
it all
Flores.
start. Yeah, Brian Flores.
Yes, I would love
Fangio from Denver. I like him. Oh man, there's some candidates out there, so I'm rooting for Gannon, but Gannon, you got to do your job here first. Jason says, on this day in 2007, we all remember it. It's when Sheldon Brown laid a hit on Reggie Bush so vicious.
It would be a flag today.
I thought he took his life. I thought he took his life too.
Reggie Bush, we called that. He didn't call him Sheldon Brown. He called him Lito Shepherd. It was the wrong guy first and foremost. He said that the hit didn't hurt. It's that he knocked the wind out of it. He could not catch his breath. He said, when I got up and I tried to breathe, I couldn't breathe, so I had to go back down on my knees.
Yeah,
Sheldon Brown said it was like going to a cardboard. Like, listen, when you get those type of hits in the open field, Don, it is like going to cardboard. No, like you actually get a taste of blood on your lip.
Right. All right, there's the formula right there. Leon Spencer got it right there. Run the ball, play good D, pressure Brady.
Yes,
there
sir.
you go.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it right there.
Yes,
Glenn says one of the best hits in Eagles history. It was along with that
Graham.
Malcolm Jenkins hit. that Malcolm
Right.
Jenkins hit in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yo,
I almost
might
forgot about that. That changed the whole. That
that
changed the whole
changed the whole
complexity of the game.
complexity of the game.
Because he was the deep threat. He's the guy that
Right.
stretched the field and helped everything else get open for Gronk and everything underneath. When he was gone, they had to change the whole philosophy around.
Well, let me tell you this: if we could possibly get a Sheldon Brown type hit, or a Malcolm Jenkins type hit on Tom Brady himself, then I'm with this comment right here. We retire Brady on Sunday. If we get that type of hit on Brady, a Sheldon Brown or a Malcolm Jenkins hit on Brady, then I agree with this statement by Jason right there. We retire Brady.
I got to throw a flag
Sunday.
on that one. I got to throw a flag on that one.
Flag.
Listen, if you get that type of hit on a freaking Tom Brady, not only would it be a 15 or 30-yard penalty, the person that hit him is going to get thrown out the game. All right? These refs love Tom Brady for some doggone reason. So
well, they're going to be loving him from the gravesite because he's going to be dead if they get a hit. If they get a hit on his ass like that.
Oh yeah, I saw a comment about Miles Sanders. He was he a full participant in practice?
Who's that? Miles Sanders.
No, he was.
Yeah, but can he grip the ball? Because that's what I'm scared of.
Keep it in one hand. Keep it in one hand. Listen, just keep it right here.
Keep
it right here.
Because he doesn't. You know, what I mean, he's not the most.
I hate to say this guy. I hate to say this guy. Do the Tiki Barber. I hate to say him, but do the Tiki Barber. Listen. That 1-2 punch with him and Jordan Howard going at it. It actually was a catalyst to our offense. Like literally, when you had these two guys coming at you, you could not stop our running game. I mean,
look, this is what I'm talking about. Where's my man at? Right here. See, this is the mentality we have to have. See, Epps can make that hit. Epps can make that hit. He's that guy in our secondary that can make that type of hit. And what I like about this is we have to change the mentality. And Eric, you're on board with me. I know a lot of you guys are on board with me, but this is the mentality we need as fans going into this game right here. We can't think about how we can't get over this mountain. We got to be thinking about the tools we have to get over this mountain. And there's one right there. Epps can make that type of hit. So hopefully Jonathan Gannon can utilize our defense, put these players in their best position to do what they, take advantage of what they do best.
Yeah,
Epps can make that type of hit. I know we don't have a multitude of blitzers, but sometimes, I mean, they don't have to get there all the time. They, just get him off of his rhythm. You know what I mean? I mean, I would hopefully we can get to him. But at the very least, you want to throw him off his schedule, his rhythm. You don't want him to be comfortable back there. So you got to send some guys, even if they don't sack him, make him uncomfortable, make him look for that blitzer, make him have to take his eyes off the receiver and worry about where's the pressure coming from. Don't let him be comfortable back there. We've seen him do it too many times. It's the reason why they call him the GOAT. I'm not here to praise him today. I'm here to kill him. I'm here to, I want us to kill him. So, but there's a reason why he's considered the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, we are not going to sit here and do what WIP did. We are not going to sit here and praise him. Oh, the GOAT. No, hell no. Listen, he is what he is. At the end of the day, he is beatable. All right, and we need to go. We need to take that mindset that Jalen Hurts has. And get on the field and get it done. Just get it done. I don't care how you get it done. You can run a ball like you did the Saints. You can run a ball 50 times a game and only throw the ball 5. If that's what you have to do to be successful to win this game, do it. Freaking Jimmy G in San Francisco threw the ball 3 times in an NFC Championship game, and they still got to the Super Bowl because of their defense and their running game.
Exactly. And that's a very, very good point, Pat. I'm glad you brought that up. That's why you're my co-host. That's what I'm talking about. That's when you sell out. When you know what your offensive identity is. That team understood what their offensive identity was, and they did not. They were committed to that run, and they ran it so many times that their quarterback only passed it 3 times. That was the ultimate commitment to what they do best, and we need to see that type of commitment to our run game this week. Even if you have some cutesy pass plays set up, don't forget what's your bread and butter, what's going to open or even make those pass plays possible, and that's going to be the run game. The run game is going to make those cutesy pass plays even an option. So please don't abandon it. Commit to it. All right, that's the end of the third quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you're watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. I'm not doing any more shots, but we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots.
Hey, can I get a pickleback?
Oh, he's going to go with the pickleback for the fourth quarter. Anybody out there hanging with me? I'm tapping out. Oh, my goodness. Pat is going strong.
I actually put it to the front of the fridge, and I meant to grab it before I got on the show. But my lovely wife, who's awesome.
Pat does it for the culture, man. He's a real one. He's a real one. All right, I'm going to go to some comments. Jason says, I think Hurts guaranteed at least one more year. Definitely, Hurts has played himself into being the starter next year. And
I need to talk about that in the fourth quarter. I really do need to talk about Hurts in the fourth quarter. He has improved each week. He has improved, I think that injury to his ankle, him being out and doing a self eval of what he could do to be better. I think that made it more evident to himself that he had to be better in every field of the game, every aspect of the game. He had to be a better passer, a better reader. Even though he has missed a couple passes after that injury, he's still trying his best, and I think he's going to get even better going forward.
All right, Dominic says, "Can we leave Rager home?" I'm with you on that. Can we just leave him?
I believe Rager might have a big play.
Don't even start it. Don't even start that. Don't even start that, dude. We've tried. He had to play. Look, he had to play last week. He had to play. All the other starters that are impactful to the team got rest. They said, no, you need to get out there and you got 3
targets for 12 yards. And this is for 19 yards. And this is the first time I'm looking at the stats.
But that said a lot. All right, Dominic says he's drinking Ike juice. That's funny.
You're going to be lit.
Yeah, you're drinking that Ike juice. Bill Crow says he's doing NyQuil and water. All right, you're going to be lit too. Don't get it twisted. All right, so you doing your shot, Pat? Come on.
Yeah. Richard, I do think it's too late for Rager. I think they need to trade him in the offseason to Atlanta and bring up Calvin Ridley. Let's do it.
Yeah, for real. All right, so here we go. Down the hatch to our Philadelphia Eagles. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right, so with that being said, JJ should be out now.
He's out.
He hurt his finger, right? All right.
He got one of these. He got a boo-boo like this. His finger's like this.
Yeah, so he's got to go.
Let's go like that.
Rager, they're going to probably keep on the active roster, but please don't give him a lot of targets. You know what? If you got to, I'll take his targets and give them to Greg Ward for me. If you have 5 plays that you expect to throw to Rager, take those and please give them to Greg Ward. Give them to somebody that can make a play. This is not the time. You know, we've tried all season to see what he has. He has nothing. Now we're playing for our playoff lives. We can't afford to waste it on him this week. We build his confidence up in the offseason and training camp, and hopefully next year, if you decide to hold on to him, you can continue to try to build his confidence. But we've tried everything. Last week, when no other starters, he had to look around and realize that said a lot. He looked to his right, there was no Devontae Smith. He looked to his left, there was no. All the starters were sitting on the side, and he was still out there playing. That was language from the coaches to you that you still need the work?
He needs to work, but you know what? His time is done. I really think what's going to happen this game is they're going to use Gainwell in a position at the slot a lot because he was successful. Getting when the ball was in his hand this past week, he was very successful. Jason Hutley was successful with the ball in his hand. He's I literally like he's him and Quez Watkins are the two fastest guys on our team. It's Quez Watkins, it's Jason Hutley, they're neck and neck. Then it's Darius Slay. These are the fastest guys. Then it's actually Devontae Tiller. He's actually one of the top 5 fastest guys on the team. He's a linebacker. So that's our fastest guys on the team. So if you can get the ball in their hand quickly, right? Why wouldn't you not get him on the field? If you know Rager is BSing out there, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Rager is bullshitting out there. I normally don't curse on this show, but he is. All right. He is BSing on there. He's BSing on his routes. He's acting as the Philadelphia fans is getting on his case. They're getting on your case because you're not producing. You're not doing anything. You're a top pick, and you some of these guys in the stands are better than you. I'll be honest with you. I know some
Greg
guys,
Ward is better than you. So that's why I say give him his snaps. All right, let me go to this comment right here.
I know some guys in the stands that play, adult football, which is semi-pro, that is 10 times better than Rager.
All right, here's a one of those semi-pro coaches there, Brian. Coach as out there, Coach Horsey says, I think Sirianni doesn't overthink this. Run the ball, control the clock. Gannon has to step up. We haven't gotten pressure with our 4D line all season. Limit Singleton snaps. So that's a coach right there of a semi-pro team, championship semi-pro team also. And that's his philosophy. That's what he thinks should happen.
Was it the Giants?
Yeah.
Because the Giants lost to us twice.
Yeah, we know.
To Chargers.
Dominique says, at least we know they'll definitely catch a catchable ball. Yeah, that's what we know about Greg Ward. So, don't waste our time with Rager. We don't need, in the biggest game of our season, we don't need to see him or JJ make another embarrassing drop out there. Put somebody out there that's going to make a catch. That was embarrassing.
I gotta say this though, we're actually going to get in this game with guys we didn't have the last time we played the Buccaneers. So when we played the Bucs, we didn't have Lane Johnson. Remember, we didn't have Dallas Goedert.
Right.
We had Jordan Mailata moving over to the right side. We had Andre Dillard playing left tackle. We had some intermediate guys because we just lost. We actually lost Brandon Brooks during this game. So the offensive line didn't have no cohesion. They didn't have no chemistry. They wasn't together. They didn't know what this guy was going to do by playing with him. Some of the best lines in the NFL, which we are one of the top offensive lines, they know what the guy next to him is doing without even communicating with him. So these guys have that cohesion. They have that chemistry that we need in this game because it's going to be a down and dirty game, I believe.
I think so too. Yender says, Rager makes me miss Nelson. Shit, at least he can run routes.
Nelson run some routes. I ain't gonna
he
Nelson
could
run some routes.
All right. Jeremiah says, we need to use Boston. He will get us some plays. Yeah, he can get a few touches also, especially if we'll see what Miles can do for us. Hopefully his hand is healed enough where he can secure the ball because he is a home run hitter. He gets a lot of, he averages, I told you before, he has a crazy stat where he averages almost like 4 yards or so before contact. Before he's actually hit for the first time, he's averaging like 3.8 yards before contact. That's unheard of. Those are, only numbers that are higher than those are like quarterbacks.
He's the top 2. I think he's top 2. His yards per average in NFL is top 2. If he could stay healthy, he would be a dominant back. That's the thing. His health is a situation, but at the same time, his it factor is a game changer. His it factor is a game changer, and you cannot not deny him that. Even though he doesn't have a touchdown this year, the yards he put up that got us to the positions where we were was almost unmatched.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm sold on the running game, as we all are. We're all sold on the running game. Give it to Jordan. Give it to Sanders. Even give it to Boston. Eric says, let's get Mailata to rugby. the shit out of the
Nah, man. Listen, he's gonna be all pro. He's gonna be all pro left tackle. He's the number 2 ranked Pro Football Focus
left tackle
left
in the
tackle
league. I
in
saw
the
that
league.
today. So
All right.
congratulations to him, man. Give him applause for that. That guy was a 7th round pick who never played football a day in his life. And he was the 2nd rated left tackle in the NFL, the highest level of football. It's incredible. That's incredible. Not incredible for the work that he has put in, and incredible for the coaching job that Stoutland has done in turning him into an all-world, all-pro left tackle out there. And we have him, and he's going to be out there, and we need to run behind him. And the young guy, Landon Dickerson out there, those guys are mauling people on the left side. So let's use that. Let's beat these guys up, man. We have an excellent chance to beat this team on Sunday, and we need everybody out there to get behind it. And this is just a preview to the hype or the pregame, the pre-gaming that we need to do on Sunday. So you guys make sure you come back and join us 12 o'clock on Sunday afternoon as our Philadelphia Eagles take on the Tampa Bay Bucks down in there, the Super Bowl champ, the reigning Super Bowl champion, until Sunday. After we take them down, then they'll be over. Their reign will be over. But up until then, they're the reigning Super Bowl champs. So come out and check us out as we cover that game, man. I'm gonna go to some comments.
Yeah, go to Mike D. Andre comment.
Where at the end?
I put, yeah.
Any word on Jordan, Cement, Shoes, Howard? Jordan's all right.
Yeah, he's playing.
Like
All the
Jordan.
running backs are playing. Listen, this is the running backs.
Jordan held it down for us early on, man.
Jordan Howard. It's going to be Boston Scott. It's going to be Gainwell. Miles Sanders is playing, and Jason Huntley. So we're going to have 5 running backs active for this game. 5.
Oh, that's a good point that Glenn brings up. The rebuild year to playoffs. That's house money. That's right. We're playing on house money. We're not even supposed to be here. Nobody expected us to be in the playoffs.
Retooling year.
This is a retooling year. Nobody expected, even one Dante Dark Knight. I didn't expect us to be here. I thought we were going. This was a retooling year, and I thought that 7 games would have been great for us. 8 games. We won 9 games, and we could have possibly won 10 had we not rested our players in the last week. So we have exceeded expectations for this year, and we're playing with house money. And because of the way that we've exceeded expectations, I believe we have an opportunity here.
Yeah, you know what? The scariest thing in the world is having somebody that should not be there. Like you could go back and look at the top 10 poker games in the world, right? The person that should not be in that poker game is always guys that almost win the game or actually win the game. So with that being said, just like Dante, we're uninvited to this party, and we snuck in through the back door. Yeah, we snuck in through the back door, and we grabbing all your great liquor, all your top shelf liquor. We grabbing it.
Yes, that's right. We coming in here. We taking the party over. We don't belong there. We kicking over turning tables over and everything. That's what we doing in these playoffs. So guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. But make sure you join us on Sunday. 12 p.m. as we pregame and get ready to root our Philadelphia Eagles on to victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the reigning Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We don't care about them. We don't care about Tom Brady. We're coming out here and we're turning over tables and kicking down walls, man. So join us on Sunday. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. For our host in her absence, Nichelle, and for Pat, we'll see you guys on Sunday. We're out. Peace.